to the government. And so those affected areas, we are going to task them to be responsible.
Also coming up, family of slain Esase Dominasi Assembly member demands justice. Three candidates filed for Tamale Central by-election set for September 30.
All parties and one independent candidate take their forms. As as close of nomination today, only 3 parties filed. The 2 as now that they are not here, there's no way for them to file.
In Channel One Business. Ghana's economy grows 6.3% in Q2 of 2025, driven by services sector. And in Channel One Sports. Usain Bolt backs Botswana's Leslie Tibogo to dominate world athletics. Many thanks for joining us. Now, President John Mahama is hosting a media encounter to engage the nation on his administration's policies and address pressing national issues. The event is expected to provide a platform for the president to outline his resetting Ghana agenda and share updates on key government projects.
President John Dramani Mahama, in his first media encounter since he assumed office, took the opportunity to update Ghanaians on interventions so far on sectors of public interest, including the economy, health, governance, and others.
Through our prudent and people-centered economic management plan, we've slashed nuisance taxes, we've rescued our power sector and averted the doomsday crisis, which was handed over to us. We've lowered the exchange rate, eased the burden of doing business, and reduced the cost of living for the average Ghanaian. Inflation has dropped to a record 4-year low, signaling renewed macroeconomic stability. We've made the highest allocation to basic education in nearly half a decade. In health, much-needed funds have been released to fund the health insurance scheme. Medical supplies are flowing steadily. Community health delivery is being prioritized, and the Ghana Medical Trust Fund was launched to help Ghanaians bear the cost of treating chronic diseases.
On the issue of illegal mining, he revealed the steps are underway to repeal legislative instrument LI 2462, which he says will mark a major turning point in efforts to protect Ghana's forest reserves from destructive illegal mining activities if fully implemented.
Currently underway to repeal LI 2462 to formalize our commitment to end mining in forest reserves. Let me be clear, since my administration resumed office, not a single license has been issued to any company to mine in our forest reserves. The repeal of LI 2462 is therefore intended just to crystallize in law what we have already demonstrated in practice, which is our commitment to protect these forest reserves.
On investigations into oral, the president says no culprits will be left unpunished when investigations are concluded.
I understand that public accountability and the recovery of looted state resources are at the top of your expectations from my government. And let me assure you, my fellow citizens, that we've not wavered in our commitment for even a moment. Neither have we been complacent. What you are witnessing is not inaction, it is our steadfast adherence to due diligence, due process, and fairness in the pursuit of justice. Yes, our insistence on doing things the right way may afford those who have looted this country some temporary relief, but let me be clear, it will not grant them permanent escape. Across multiple fronts, active pursuits and prosecutions are well underway under the Operation Recover All the Loot. Over 200 cases are under active investigation, with about 80 people interrogated so far. Several prosecutions have begun, progressing steadily and remaining firmly on course. In the Republic versus Edoubois and 3 others, the state has submitted witness statements together with all other documents, and trial has commenced. And the first of 3 prosecution witnesses have been called and have been cross-examined by counsel for the accused person. With the SkyTrain case, for instance, the prosecutors have secured a trial date, as all preliminary matters have been concluded and the trial is set to commence. For the National Service Authority case, due to its expansive nature, charges have been drafted and will be filed as soon as the legal year begins against the following person: the Republic versus Osei Sibe, the Republic versus Eric Nyakun, the Republic versus Gifty Owari. Also for the National Cathedral, we are awaiting a forensic audit from the Auditor General. Additionally, charges have been drafted and are ready for filing in the case of Republic versus Wuntumi and Akuntamaini. The Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, is finalizing its report with respect to Exim Bank transactions. Dockets are in preparation for the buffer stock case and the drip equipment case.
The Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Akwili-Oklu says operators of a Chinese-owned warehouse suspected to have caused Tuesday's fire outbreak at Laterbiokoshie will be held accountable for the destruction. The blaze, which started around 4:15 p.m., destroyed several houses and left one firefighter injured. ChannelOne News' Fauzu Masaudu has been assessing the aftermath.
Panic gripped residents of the Salvation Army area and other parts of Laterbiokoshie in the Tamale Central municipality after a fierce fire tore through the enclave on Tuesday. Though no fatalities were recorded, several homes were affected, while a firefighter and a civilian sustained injuries and have since been treated. The Ghana National Fire Service, after initial challenges in quelling the flames, managed by Wednesday to contain the inferno and prevent further spread.
We confined the fire yesterday. This morning, we've been able to bring the fire under control. And currently, what we are doing is salvaging. Salvaging means we are taking out the unburnt items. To aid us in doing this, we requested that we get an excavator that will go in there to open up the unburnt items to allow us to cool those that are burning, and those that are not burnt, we bring them out.
Speaking at the scene, Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Akwili-Oklu stressed that operators of a Chinese-owned warehouse believed to have sparked the flame will be held accountable for the damages.
So far, so good. But the fire is yet to give us the cause of the fire, which we already know that they say is the fault of the Chinese. Are you getting me? So my point is that if it's the cause, this shouldn't be a burden to the government. And so those affected areas, we are going to task them to be responsible so that they will take care of the affected houses. And so that is what we are going to do. But the final report has been, they are here, and so it doesn't say otherwise. We've heard it already. I mean, it's the cause of them. They did it, and so you have to bear the consequences.
Meanwhile, the Municipal Chief Executive for Tamale Central revealed plans to review and streamline the issuance of permits for industrial facilities in the area.
Because this has been going on for 8 years. That is our parent municipality, that's the AM. Today issue most of this permits. And so now we have actually constituted our team to really go through all this permits, go through the ones that we have to work on immediately, the ones that we have to close them, and as Regional Minister said, the ones that we have to close them, we would not shy away at all. We would need to, because indeed it's a residential area. No one is expected to see such facilities around.
Some residents also shared their frustrations and losses following the blaze.
This is not the first time we're having a no. Let me use your medium to ask or to plead to the authorities that here is a residential area. It's not an industrial area. Some happened, I think, 4 years ago, or 3 to 4 years ago. And then we are not seeing what is happening. See, it's not an industrial area whereby they can create this kind of issue. though they are helping the youth, but please, we are asking the authority to give them the better place for them to do this kind of work.
Achangama mutane da kaya irin kayan chemicals akan gama. Shi yasa kan kamar wanga gobara ya zo faru yau. Murga ba mu ji dadi ba. Duba jikina tun jiya ban kwana ba muna nan muna duban da mu yi mu kashe wanga wuta.
As firefighters continued mop-up operations, many desperate residents were seen trying to salvage what little the flames have spared.
Flames tore through what used to be a warehouse as the Ghana National Fire Service worked assiduously to bring the blaze under control. While at it, local authorities have urged the need to ensure precautionary measures in putting up such commercial entities within the residential enclave. Reporting for ChannelOne News, Fauzuma Saudu, Laterbiokoshie, Accra.
The family of Samson Dankwa, the late assembly member for the Asase Dominasi electoral area, is demanding justice following his death on September 9 during a confrontation between military officers guarding the Asanko mining concession and community members at Impetum in the Amansia West district of the Ashanti region. The district chief executive for Amansia West has, however, assured the family that the assembly will take responsibility for the welfare of the late assembly member's children. ChannelOne News' Ashanti regional correspondent Tufik Mohammed has more.
On Monday, September 8, 2025, some residents of Impatuim entered a concession belonging to Asanko Mining Company to mine. Military officers deployed to the site moved in, prompting the miners to flee. In the chaos, one miner fell into a pit and lost his life. The following day, chiefs and opinion leaders performed the rituals and retrieved the body. But on the way to the mortuary, angry youth reportedly dumped the body at the military base in protest. Tensions escalated and gunshots were fired, leading to the death of Samson Dankwa, the assembly member for Asase Dominasi. Following his passing, the wife and son of the deceased are calling on the government to ensure justice is served.
Assembly members, they flow, say, Omoku, Potom, the Natunsium, Amoma, you need an Abatoka, Mantokwa. The assembly members, Verina, Omokwamba Tom, Mawago Pata, Cerebaya, Sujeba, also your assembly man, what's the meaning of film, and to go to the car. I'll call Tom now, no call, or quiet, no. Now, or more, I can't say, or 1 year. When you answer my phone in Abysia, so more yesterday, yes, would you a beba, and to catch us for so pomucho. Munya with her, one to crow for more chromophone, air cassa, to a man, as we say, so chromophone in Abutre, Umbutu, at the bonus. No butoy, a better minister, out of the Fonso Mobia and Guancofano, and to move on Mokoy, and Mokofano, Mokofan Luo, no more than a combat, and then Smith, and Bessa, I am Miss. I'm born everywhere. Cerebaya, Asumuja Baba, Confessor Monibia Sama, Camarette, Asumuja. Yam never kind. Member school, some. The medical school, the medical school, the medical school. Everyone slept, everyone Tamale, everyone cried. Did I miss Manasa or one? I'm at the Michelle Crown.
At his residence, grieving residents urged the government to intervene to ensure justice.
Say no, you would be Ghana, will be a Christopher, Sadia, will be I say, oh, when you ya bro nso na sa hu tutu a wo de kwakwa to mu a enso so yeso wabu anya hwe saade na ekwaso ama na ankurafo wuya na yewuo ene obi ama nsa so a na wo de mra hye nsam sabi wo ba soja ni yentimi mesra soja ni yentimi nkasa sabi ma civilians mumfa so eno de eba sa wo man bambo na atofom na emom sasa asembre ma ya wo gina wo man nanim na wo ba manim na wo nkura tuo nkura ba na wo de nkotosere na eba manim ni o man na kasa sa yesramo me manfo munya abotre na afa de wiase a ne wonu mom na momatuo so etobo no enti asam ne yehia tantere.
Meanwhile, the district chief executive for Amansia West, Prince Menu Morris, assured the family that assembly will support the late assembly members' children. He further called on Asanko Mining to replace military protection with police presence to help maintain peace.
A person at this very crucial moment. But as human as we are, there's nothing we can do about it. So what I'll tell them that they should keep calm, and I know that God is on their side. There's a saying that God gives and He takes it. At times you might not understand why these things happen, but I know God knows why. So I'll tell the family that whatever has happened, I know it's very, very painful, but they should remain resolute. And they also have 100% support. We are going to support the wife and the children in terms of school and everything. The assembly is committed to cater for the children.
Suspended workers of the Ghana Water Limited are raising concerns over management's alleged decision to recruit new staff instead of recalling those placed in suspension earlier this year. The affected employees who were engaged in November 2024 but suspended in February 2025 for an audit say their lives are in limbo because management has gone ahead to conduct fresh recruitment in August, with appointments taking effect in September. The group on Wednesday staged a protest to demand reinstatement. ChannelOne News' Emmanuel Opong has the rest of the story.
The suspended workers converged at the Black Star Square, insisting the decision to keep them out of work is unfair, as many have been left struggling to survive without income.
Some of us borrow money to the places that they send us. We went to bank and pick loans. Some of us picked the loan from our family members and friends, and they're just now from their money.
One of the team leads who presented the petition, Eddie Hammond, urged management to reconsider its decision and allow the suspended staff to return.
Young professionals are being given their new appointment on the 22nd of just last month. That we are on suspension for 8 months. 8 good months. Some of us rented. We left all past the Ghana Water Works. We were sent there. We never said we wouldn't go. We went. And that under his hand, you could give employment to new people. We think that it is so injurious to our health, and I don't know what words to even qualify that. All we can say is that enough is enough. Mr. MD, we plead with management, call us back to work.
Receiving the petition on behalf of management, Chief Manager in charge of Human Resources and Administration Services, Emmanuel Kosa, assured the workers that their concerns would be forwarded to the appropriate quarters for consideration.
Your petition will be delivered and your sentiments will be conveyed to the MD.
The affected workers, originally numbering 140 plus, say that the cost of living in the country is already taking a toll upon them. Thus, they are calling upon all relevant stakeholders to intervene to ensure their reinstatement. For Channel One News, I am Emmanuel Opong.
The Tamale Metro Electoral Commission has so far received 3 nominations from candidates for the upcoming Tamale Central constituency by-election scheduled for September 30, 2025. Our Northern Bureau Chief Shawana Yusuf reports.
The acceptance of nominations paved the way for the by-election, which will take place across 178 polling stations in the constituency. A total of 94,259 registered voters are expected to choose a new parliamentary representative. According to the Tamale Metro EC Director, although 5 aspirants from the NDC, LPG, PNC, APC and an independent had accessed the online nomination forms, only 3 from the NDC, LPG and PNC successfully filed by the 5 p.m. deadline.
5 for all parties and 1 independent candidate picked their forms. As has close of nomination today, only 3 parties filed. The 2 as now that they are not here, there's no way for them to file again. And the parties that filed, or the parties that went through are NDC, LPG, and PNC.
The NDC parliamentary candidate Professor Seydou Mahama Alidu was the first to file and has since been cleared by the commission. Speaking to the media, he expressed confidence that the seat remains secure for the NDC, insisting that even if the NPP had contested, they would have suffered a heavy defeat. He dismissed smaller parties as posing no threat to his candidacy.
Still have to follow the processes and make sure that the right thing is done and then the right victory is achieved. Don't know anything about that. Maybe you have to verify that from the EC. No at all. Even if MPP was going to contest, you know we're going to win this seat. So inshallah, the seat is for the NDC to lose.
Meanwhile, the regional PNC Secretary Mohammed Imoro Opash, speaking on behalf of the party's candidate Alidu Mohammed Nasruddin, said the contest presents the PNC with a timely opportunity to secure parliamentary representation.
I find it necessary because this is our time. This is the time for PNC, and this is the time for Nasruddin to come and save the people of Tamale Central. And we need nothing but victory. And inshallah, we are assuring everybody that come 30th, PNC is going to be the victor. Straight of NDC, we are also a political party. We have supporters, they have supporters. Anything that is coming, we are ever ready for it. We have prepared our candidate very well, and we know we are going grounds to work. And at the end of the day, PNC is going to carry Tamale Central seats.
The by-election was triggered by the unfortunate demise of the sitting MP earlier this year.
3 out of the 5 candidates that have filed their nomination to contest these elections have barely 20 days to finish up with campaigns, as the elections are scheduled for September 30, 2025. Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission is calling for a co-campaign, a campaign devoid of any insult or backlash of opponents in this constituency. For ChannelOne News, my name is Shawana Yusuf, reporting from the Tamale Metro EC office here in Tamale.
This is the ChannelOne Newsroom, still to come. Ghana's economy grows 6.3% in Q2 of 2025, driven by services sector. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother once more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa, dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Laterbiokoshie be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
God Kwame! Send your God the apple boom. If you pray with that toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Thanks for staying. Next is Channel One Business with Neteli Nete Ajaho.
Channel One Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Firma.
Nice outfit.
Thank you. I like yours too.
Thank you. What's happening in business?
Ghana's economy is growing steadily. At least we are 6.3% compared to last year's same time.
We like this. We like that.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Okay. Now, latest data from the Ghana Statistical Service indicates that Ghana's economy expanded by 6.3% year-on-year in the second quarter of 2025, up from a revised 5.7% the same period last year. The growth was largely driven by the services sector, which surged 9.9% and maintained its position as the largest contributor to the economy. Daniel Odromensa has more in this report.
The agriculture sector maintained momentum, expanding by 5.2% compared to 3.5% in the second quarter of 2024. Livestock was the standout performer within the sector, recording 5.9% growth, an improvement from 4.7% last year. This sustained performance reflects resilience in food production and price stability. Industry, however, slowed sharply to 2.3%, down from a robust 12.2% the second quarter of 2024. The steep 22.5% contraction in the oil and gas sector weighed heavily on industrial growth. Nonetheless, segments such as electricity and construction showed positive gains, helping to cushion the overall industrial slowdown. Government statistician Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu noted that non-oil GDP grew by 7.8% in the second quarter of 2025, up from 5.7% in the same period last year.
Ghana's economy grew by 6.3% in the second quarter of 2025, compared with 5.7% a year earlier. In nominal terms, GDP was 321 billion Ghana cedis, up from 258.9 billion Ghana cedis a year ago. Non-oil GDP performed even better, expanding by 7.8%, valued at 313.3 billion Ghana cedis. This shows that growth is broad-based, with less reliance on oil. Looking at the sectors, agriculture grew by 5.2%, up from 3.5% in the same period last year, with livestock posting the strongest growth performance at 5.9%.
The growth in the economy is expected to improve investor confidence as policymakers work to sustain stability and IMF-backed reforms. For Channel One Business, I am Daniel Odromensa.
Now, the government has received 47 million euros in funding from the African Development Bank and the French Embassy to commence large-scale rehabilitation and construction of irrigation systems in the northern region. Minister for Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku at a stakeholder engagement workshop in Accra said the initiative is part of efforts to strengthen the country's food systems. There's more in this report.
The sector minister noted the urgent need to reduce Ghana's reliance on rain-fed agriculture and transition toward more sustainable irrigation-driven farming.
In the coming few days, we are going to Aveime. We want to rehabilitate the Aveime irrigation system. We are preparing. Procurement processes are underway for us to get a contractor to go to to go to Weta, and several other places. In the northern enclave, We have secured 47 million euros from the African Development Bank and the French Embassy, and we are committing the entire amount into irrigation.
Meanwhile, the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana has urged the government to tackle the recent depreciation of the cedi, which is making it uneasy for local rice farmers to sell their produce.
The local farmers, if you look at the production, we are not competitive with those who import out from the business who bring it to Ghana because of the high cost of production. We're just talking about access to credit. You go to commercial banks these days, assessing a loan, the interest rate are hovering over 35%. If it's even in agriculture, they'll give you a higher risk because of what? It's agriculture is very risky. And then most of our farmers too are not able to even assess the loans because of collateral issues and the rest. So with this high cost, when you produce the rice, it makes it very difficult for you to be able to compete with the imported rice.
The Agric Ministry has also announced plans to take the lead in encouraging Ghanaians to practice backyard farming in their households. For ChannelOne Business, I am Daniel Odro-Mensah.
Now, the Gaming Commission has cautioned that gaming must be seen strictly as a form of entertainment rather than an investment or a shortcut to wealth. Speaking at the launch of the 2025 Gaming Awareness Month, Acting Commissioner Emmanuel Queno expressed concern over the rising popularity of betting among young people, particularly students, warning that it's fostering addictive behaviors and irresponsible financial habits. He noted that the Commission is intensifying efforts to address the trend.
Players should consider gaming as a mere entertainment instead of considering it as an investment or an avenue to earn quick money. The tendency to think that gaming is an investment could lead to addictive behaviors when you win big and then start losing gradually. Following the launch of this event, the Gaming Commission will not relent. We will continue to reach out to the doorsteps of Ghanaians with our message of responsible gaming.
Let's now check how the local currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's all for business. I am Neteli Ajahu. Back to you, Frema.
Thank you, Neteli. Catch you later.
Okay.
Right, let's now do some other stories. Government has clarified that hundreds of excavators seized at the Tema port are being moved to military camps across the country to ease congestion at the port and ensure proper safeguarding of the machinery. The Ministry of Transport reveals that more than 556 earth-moving equipment, some belonging to contractors and licensed mining companies, have already been transferred under the supervision of the 24-hour Tema Port service. Some of the machines are reportedly moved at night to facilitate smooth operations. The government explained that the excavators will be subjected to a thorough vetting process by a designated committee to validate the legitimacy of their importation before they are released to their rightful owners. Addressing journalists, the Minister for Transport, Joseph Dikpe Bukari, dismissed claims that the transfer of the excavators was linked to their release for illegal mining activities popularly known as galamsey.
Past months, we've been working hard to see how we will also, as a ministry, support the fight against illegal mining. So the President's directives were that we should put a ban on the importation of some earth-moving equipment. Others prefer to call them excavators. Now, we have done that for some time, and the port, if you go to the Tema port today, you will see that the port is congested with nothing but excavators. So the decision we took was to evacuate all those excavators from the Tema port to some military installations. For instance, Michel Camp, Bema Camp, the Teshe Camp, 49 Engineer Regiment. so that we can have the port decongested to do business. We are now running our port services 24 hours. So at all times, if you go to the Tamale port today, work is going on. So the excavators, some are being evacuated in the night, others are being evacuated during the daytime.
The Ghana Health Service is raising concerns over declining public trust in healthcare delivery and is urging health directors and workers to uphold professionalism and diligence in order to restore confidence. Channel One News' Ashanti regional correspondent Doris Lonta has more.
Public complaints about poor service delivery, lack of compassion from some health professionals, and unsatisfactory patient care have fueled distrust in the Ghana Health Service, with some cases escalating into lawsuits. In response, the Ghana Health Service says it is introducing strict accountability measures to curb absenteeism and poor work practices. Plans are also underway to launch an award scheme to recognize the most compassionate health practitioners, with the aim of motivating quality care and enhancing the service's reputation. Delivering a speech on behalf of the Director General of the Ghana Health Service at the 32nd Annual General Conference of the District Directors of Health Service Group in Kumasi, Dr. Kennedy Brighton commended district directors for their efforts and urged them to continue working diligently to rebuild public trust.
We must also confront a difficult reality. Public trust in our health services is deteriorating. Too many Ghanaians complain about our poor attitudes, lack of leadership, weak supervision, and delayed care. This dissatisfaction has led to lawsuits against the service, draining huge sums of money that should have gone into improving care. As district directors, you are accountable for the quality of supervision and oversight in your districts. Leadership failure at the local level cannot continue any longer. Let me be clear, distinctively clear. We will be holding non-performing directors accountable.
On his part, the national chairman of the District Directors of Health Service Group outlined challenges facing district-level healthcare delivery. He appealed for improved conditions of service as well as adequate funding and logistics to enhance their work.
As the base of the pyramid of health, which is the district, the operational level, things has to be set right. So we are appealing that when we are able to get operational funding, we'll get the logistics, we'll get enhanced equipment, then we will also be able to sit down, prepare effective emergency preparedness plans, simulate them, and ensure that the system is ready and able to confront any health emergencies that will come.
This year's conference was held under the theme Enhancing Health Security in Ghana, Innovations, Preparedness, and Workforce Well-being for a Sustainable Future. Health officials have been urged to be professional and work diligently to improve healthcare delivery. Reporting for Channel One News, I'm Doris Lonta, Ashanti Region.
The King of Dagbon, Yana Mahama Abukri II, has urged the newly enskinned paramount chief of the Tamale Central traditional area and his sub-chief to prioritize peace and unity for the development of their community. He advised the paramount chief to put past differences aside and bring everyone together to ensure harmony in the area. The king gave this counsel when the newly enskinned paramount chief of Tamale Central, Nakpali Bori Dawuni Ata Ankara II, led chiefs and residents of the traditional area to pay a courtesy call on him at the Gbewa Palace. Channel One's Northern Regional Correspondent Mohammed Aminu Alabira has more.
It was a colorful display of culture and tradition as the paramount chief of the bursaries, divisional chiefs, and residents of Tamale traditional area paid homage to the King of Dagbon at the Gbewa Palace. The visit marked the official enskillment of Dawuni Ata Ankara II, known in private life as Abebe, as the paramount chief of the bursaries. The bursaries people had been without a paramount chief for several years, a situation that created tensions over whether the Yana, as overlord of Dagbon, should continue to enskin a chief for them. However, with strong backing from Mr. Abebe and the majority of the bursaries, the Yana proceeded with the enskinment. In response, Palibor Dawuni Atta II expressed deep gratitude to Yana for his guidance and pledged to champion peace and unity in Tatale.
This is the words of the paramount chief. He said he's representing the overlord of Dagbon in Tatale. He's going to coordinate peace and cohesion in the area. So far, he has been able to meet all the chiefs. They are all behind him. You could see what has happened today. Almost all the chiefs in the community have come to appreciate what the overlord of Dagbon has done. So he said his gratitude goes to Mbado, Bangalana, the Wulana, that whatever they have supported him and given this position to rule the traditional area at Tatale, he is very grateful.
You're still live on the Channel One Newsroom. We take a breather here. When we return, Usain Bolt backs Botswana's Leshile Tibogo to dominate world athletics. We have the details coming up shortly. Don't go away.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or being late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From Laterbiokoshie be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
God Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
The City Business Olympics is back! It's all about team building, networking, and staying healthy. Which game will your company participate in this year? Is it 7-a-side football, volleyball, swimming, basketball, or sack race? Rally your teammates and get ready for action. Date, Saturday, September 27, 2025. Time, 8 a.m. Venue, Eden Heights Sports Complex. Call 0558-973-973 to register your company today. Let's keep fit, grow connections, and enjoy a day full of energy and excitement. Powered by City FM with support from Channel One TV.
You're welcome back. Next is Channel One Sports with Bernard Abeikoche. Bernard,
Hi,
welcome.
Frames. Thank you.
How you doing?
Great to see you. I'm a miracle.
Great to see you too. A lot today. The sports minister was in the studio.
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I watched you in Football Made in Ghana, and you found the 50,000 capacity quite interesting.
Yeah, you know, because I feel remodification, if you want modification, is better. You know, because we have the facilities already scattered across about 7 of them. So why not put it in better shape? You know, let it meet standard. And work with it.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah. But Usain Bolt is also doing stuff. Please give us the details.
Let's get into it, shall we? Now, 8-time Olympic gold medalist and world record holder in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters relay, Usain Bolt has tipped Botswana's Lechele Tibogo to dominate the global stage. Tibogo, one of the sport's brightest rising stars, will line up in both the 100 meters and 200 meters at the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, which happens from September 13 to 21, 2025, the season's final track and field showpiece. The 21-year-old sprinter made history at the 2024 Summer Olympics by winning gold in the 200 meters, delivering Botswana's first ever Olympic gold medal and announcing himself as a force for the future.
The world is gonna know his name. I've seen him through the junior days, coming up and dominating and showing that he was gonna be great in the seniors. And now he's here, and he won his first Olympic medal already at this young age, which is just outstanding. The talent is there. The confidence is there also, which is always important, going out there and competing at the high level. What he had to overcome last year to actually get to the Olympic finals and then win, for me, I know a lot of people that probably would have just ended the season, you know what I mean, because of what he went through. So hats off to him, and I had an opportunity to actually congratulate him, and I was happy to speak to him, and he's going to be a great talent, no doubt. Somebody that I know is going to go a long way. He's going to win a lot of races, and he's going to dominate.
Well, let's move to Etihad now. And Manchester City will be without Omar Mamouche for Sunday's derby against Manchester United after the forward sustained a knee injury on international duty with Egypt. The 26-year-old was forced off in the 9th minute of Tuesday's World Cup qualifier against Burkina Faso in Ouagadougou, which ended goalless. He had initially played on after treatment before being replaced by Osama Faisal. Mamouche, who joined City from Eintracht Frankfurt for £59 million in January, was hurt following a 4th-minute challenge. Initial scans in Egypt confirmed he will miss the Etihad clash with City, stating he will return to Manchester for further assessment and rehabilitation. The striker has scored 8 goals in 28 appearances for the club this season. That's the very latest from the world of sport. And I am Bernard Abeikoche. Over to you, Frames.
Thank you, Bernard. And that's how we wrap up. This has been the Channel One Newsroom. I'm Frema Edunyame. Thanks for your time.